Hello everyone, welcome to Program Insider. In this video, we are going to create a fully responsive and animated website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. First, we create HTML elements and add CSS styles, and later on, we add on-screen animation by using Intersection Observer API. The source code link is in the description below. You can check it out. Let's get to the tutorial. Alright, we are in our HTML file. Also created style.css file as well. In head element, I going to link up my style.css with HTML file by using this line of code. And we're gonna begin the project by creating the hero page. Let us take a look at the finished project. In our finished project, we get the hero page where we landing on this website, and inside this hero page we get the header on the top and the headline, sub-headline, and the two buttons on the left side and a hero picture in the right side. Before creating this headline, it's better to create this beautiful background of the hero page. To create this beautiful background, basically we're gonna need two pictures. The first picture is the glow light coming off from the background of the uphill, and the second picture will be the uphill itself. And we're gonna get this image from the image folder in our project folder. And inside the body element, we create the hero page container. Inside this hero page container, we import those both images. The first image will be the uphill. The image path is an image folder, and I named that picture as bottom hero image, and that gives the class name bottom hero image. And I imported the first picture in my browser, and again the second image from the same path, and I named this picture as the center hero page, because I'm going to put this image as the center of the hero page, and I give the class name class center hero image. Okay, we imported both images, and then we're gonna give some style for these images. Let's get to the style.css. And then in my style.css, I imported the font family from the Google font, and in the root selector, I declare the default colors I'm gonna use for the entire project. And inside the body, I also declared the font family, and also I also declared the text color for headings and paragraphs. Okay. Let's first declare the common declaration or common properties by using the asterisk selector. Inside the asterisk selector, I wanted to declare list style type none. I don't need it. And the text decoration for links none. And also I don't need margin and the padding as well. And finally, I want to declare box size will be border box. This means the total height and the total width of any element will include the padding of the element and the border width of the element. Alright, okay, let's change the background of the body. Over here, background color primary BG. This primary page I already declared in my root selector over here, and I change the background color primary page. And also I want to give overflow in X direction or in a horizontal direction will be hidden. And let's give some style for the hero page container. Select the class name hero page, and over here the hero page style, and the minimum height for this hero page is 100 viewport, and gives the style for these images for bottom and again for center hero image. Position absolute. When I use this position of absolute, I should give position relative for this parent element. Don't forget anytime when you give the position absolute for the child elements, and don't forget to give position relative for the parent element, because the bottom hero image and the center hero image is the child of this hero page, so I give the position absolute for both images, and I give position relative for the parent element. This help us to keep those childs inside the parent element. Okay, center, let's give some style specifically for center hero image. For the center hero image, the left one is 0, right 0, and the bottom 0. Again, I want to give the height will be 9% of the parent. 9% of the parent of here. But I wanted to change the left direction because the image is too huge, and I want to give another value for the left property 1000 here. Okay, give for this bottom hero image, I want to put it as the bottom minus 15 pixel, and this center hero image is behind, should be behind of this bottom hero image. This bottom hero image means the up here over here, the up here over here. So the glow light is should be behind of this up here. So I want to give some declaration saved index -3. By default this value is 1, and I give it that -3. Now the glow light is behind of the up here. Okay, for the bottom hero image, the left will be -700 pixel, and I want to zoom it a little bit because the image is small now, but I want to zoom it, so I'm gonna increase the width of the image 2000, let's say. Okay, 2000 is, I think, is better. Now 2000 width is now good, but this one is not responsive. So to make it responsive, just use the media queries, media query, and minimum width 800 pixel and copy these both styles and delete the right one. I don't want to change it. I don't want it to change the head as well, and I don't want to change this also, and give the left to 500, -500, and the far from the 19 pixel far from the bottom. Let's check it. Now it changes. Now it is 19 pixel far from the bottom. It is not look so good, so I'm gonna change this bottom hero image, and I want to give this one -14 pixel, and the width, I want to increase the width as well. 2500 is better. Yes, nice. It looks good. Again, let's change some styles for the screen greater than 1000 pixel. I want to give 0 pixel for the left, and again 0 pixel for the bottom. Let's check it. Now it's good. It's also center, and that's nice. Again, for the bottom hero, I want to give the left, I think I want to slide to the left side, left -400 pixel, and the bottom 16 pixel. Let's check it. Now it looks good, but I want to reduce the size of the uphill to 2100 pixel. Now it looks good. So responsive, it looks like this on the desktop, and it looks like this for the tablet size, and on the mobile it looks like this. It's really responsive. Now we are going to create header inside this hero page element. Inside this hero page element, we're gonna create the header element. Inside this header element, we create the logo container element. Inside this logo element, we create another element for logo image and for logo name. The logo name is slip paste, and the logo image is I'm going to import from the image folder, and the image name is app icon. Save it. Now the image is over here, and the text is imported. Again, under this logo container, I'm going to create the nav element. This nav element wrap the entire menu or the navigation links, and I'm going to type navigation link inside this nav container. Just give the class name nav container, and inside the nav container I'm going to create the navigation links. The class name nav link. Inside this nav link, the first So first link is home, and copy it, paste, again paste, and change the text about blog world. And the login is, I want to create this login navigation link out of this nav container, because on the desktop size, the login navigation link is detached from the navigation container. So going to create out of this nav container, just change the text to login. Okay, over here, and the only thing left is I missed something. Just cut this navigation container and create the another container. Sorry, let's name it nav container, and paste inside this container, because I want to wrap this navigation links and the login link in one container, and just change this class name to nav link container. And under this nav container, create another container, name it right header. This right header contains this try for free button and this icon, menu icon, and just type button, create the button element, and give the class name btn, and the button text will be try for free. And under this button, we're going to create the menu container, and inside this menu container I'm going to import the icon, the menu icon, from the fontawesome.com. It's totally free, and don't forget to add this link before using these icons from fontawesome.com. Search for menu or bars. Over here, click on it and copy this element and paste inside this menu element. Okay, I imported this icon. Okay, we type any necessary things for the header, and then let's get into the style.css. Create the header style. Okay, change this to h1, yeah, just like this, and copy this header element and paste over here, and gives the display flex. Now the display flex is stack items horizontally by default, and in our case we need stack items horizontally, so we don't gonna change the direction of the content. And then justify content space between, and that gives the equal space between each elements, and align items. It helps us to center the item horizontally, and I want to give padding 1 em from top and the bottom, and the 1.1 em from left and right, and now just like this. And the maximum width 1215 pixel, and the margin auto to put it as the center, just like this. Okay, for now I want to hide these navigation links, because on the mobile sites we don't see these navigation links by default. So I want to hide this nav container. Just say display now. Okay, let's add some style for the logo, for the logo container. Display flex. This makes stack this logo image and the source logo name horizontally. Just save it. Now it's stacked horizontally, and I want to put it at the center vertically. So align items center to put it that, and give some style for the logo image. This logo image will be the width 35 pixel and the height again 35 pixel, because I want to give radius 15%. Always when you give the radius, border radius 15%, it creates perfect circle overflow here. Now it creates the perfect circle, but you should always give the same number of widths and the number of height. 35 pixel in our case, we use 35 pixel for both width and height, and when we give border radius 15%, it creates the perfect circle. And the gap from the logo name, margin right 1 em. And for the logo, for the image element, the height 100%, width 100%. Now it looks good. Okay, the only thing left for this, for the logo, is to give some style for the logo name. For the logo name, we're gonna only reduce the font size. Okay, 1.3 rem is better. Now we finished for the logo image and for the logo name, and now we're going to give some style for the right header. The right header, paste it. The right header will be display flex. Okay, give some color for this menu. Dot menu, the color will be para color. Now we can see the icon for the menu. Okay, let's back to the right header. Align items as center, and copy the button class name, button. The font size will be 1 rem, and the font weight 700. It means bold. And the background color, we don't need background color, just give the background color transparent. And the padding 0.7 em and 1.2 em. And the border 2 pixel solid, and the border color will be heading color, and the text color also the same color with the border color, and the border radius 20 pixel, and give some space from the menu icon, margin from right 1 em, and the maximum width will be 114 pixel, and as the cursor should be pointer to indicate that the button is clickable, cursor pointer, and I give some transition or 0.3 second and ease and out. Okay, these are some style for this menu icon. The font size will be 1.5 rem and the cursor pointer. We're gonna give the hover effect for this button class, button hover, and the color become black when we hover on this button, just like this. We're gonna give the background color will be heading color. Yeah, now we finished the style for this logo and for the right header. Now we're going to back to this nav container, display it. Now this is the navigation links, and that gives the position absolute, and I say before, always give position relative for the parent when you give the position absolute for the children. So in our case, header is the parent of this nav container, so I give the position absolute for this nav container, and I give the position relative for this header element. Again, the gap from top 100% of the parent. Now it is 100% far from the parent, and the left 0, right again 0, and the background color will be primary color, the color similar with the body color, and the padding just give 1 em padding from the top to bottom, and a 1.5 em from left and right. I want to specify the border bottom for this main nav container. 3 pixel is the width of the border solid, and the color of this border will be secondary background, this one. For the nav link container, and I want to give display flex. Now in display flex, the stack items horizontally, but I want to stack items vertically, so we're gonna change the direction, place direction column, and copy this link, and I give the some style for this links. I want to give the gap between each navigation links, marching from top bottom, 1.1 em. And I want to give the copy this nav link class and paste the color of the links will be para color. And the font weight 700 is bold, and the font size 1 rem, and that gives some hover effects for these navigation links. Hover, the color will be changed to heading color, and gives transition all 0.2 seconds is enough. It's nice. And let's add some class name for this login link. Login, copy, and paste over here. I want to change the font weight of this login icon, specifically font weight 400 is regular. Okay, now we finished the style for the mobile size, and then we're gonna make it responsive, and we're gonna make it fit for desktop and tablet. Okay, we're gonna use the media queries. Just use it over here, media query, and the minimum width 1000 pixel. On the 1000 pixel, just cut it, the paste over here, and on the 1000 pixel of the screen size, I want to hide this menu icon. So just copy this menu class and display none. Okay, expand the screen size. Now the menu icon is displayed none. Okay, again we're gonna change the nav container style, paste over here, and we're gonna change the position to relative, and the top to 0, and just delete this left, right, and the background color, just delete all this one, and display flex, just like this. Now the login and these navigation links are stacked horizontally. So display flex, align items as center, and width 100%. Just expand it. Now the width of this nav container is 100%, and they are stacked to horizontally, and they are center and vertical direction. So we don't need the background, just change the background color to transparent, transparent, and again the border bottom just no background color and no border bottom. Again, just say justify content space between now to give the equal width between this navigation container and this nav link, because this nav container means this nav container contains two main elements, the nav element and the login element. So when we give the justify content space between, it gives the equal space between this nav element and for this login element. Again, I want to change this space between to flex int. Now when I make it flex int, the items are stacked to on the right side, and just copy this nav link container for the links only. The links means for these 4 links, and I give just let's check its background color red. Now the background is red, and width 100%, and I want to give some display flags, and just change the flex direction to row, just like this, and justify content as the center, and align items again center, as center. Just delete the background color. Now it is as center. Okay, now we're going to give the some space between these navigation links. Just copy the nav link class name and paste over here nav link, and margin 0. Just change this nav link container and the link, copy. Okay, and give some margin from the right between each navigation links. Margin right 1.5 em, just like this. Okay, over here the login is attached to this button. Just give over here for the under this navigation nav container margin in the right 2 em, just like this. Now it is fully responsive. Now I'm going to hide and show this menu. When I click on this icon, menu icon, I'm gonna show this navigation links, and again when I click on this menu icon, you're gonna hide the navigation links. It's so simple. Just create further class under here, just name it show nav container, and for this nav container say height 0. Now the height is 0, but the navigation, the links or content is inside this navigation container is overflow, so type overflow hidden. Again something is remain, and we're gonna remove the padding for this nav container. Just copy it, cut it, and now there is no navigation links. And also cut this border bottom, because by default this border bottom is not shown. So cut the border bottom and paste inside the new class name. Again, inside this class name, you're gonna give the height auto. And then when we click on this menu icon, this class property is added to this navigation container class property. So copy this one and paste over here, save it. Now the menu is shown. So when I click on this icon again, it's gonna hide these properties, and the navigation link is going to be hidden. So we're gonna do it by using the JavaScript. Okay, create the JavaScript file. Just name it script.js. And before uses this script.js, we should link with our HTML file. Just type script and again type source attribute and give the path to this script.js. Okay, and inside this HTML file I want to give some ID over here for the menu icon. Give ID menu, and I'm going to target this element inside script.js, const menu and document dot get element by ID. Now I targeted this menu icon, and when I click this menu icon, let's check it first. On click, and alert clicked. Okay, click on it, it alerted clicked, so it works. Again, we're going to target further element. This element will be the nav container. And for this nav container, just give ID and give the similar name with the class name, and copy the ID name, target in script.js, const now container document get element by ID, and then now container. Okay, when I click on this menu icon, I want to show this nav container. So this nav container class list and toggle. Now we're gonna paste the new created class name. This new created class name is the show nav container, and I copy it and I paste over here. Now click on this menu icon, the navigation links are shown. Again click on it, it's going to hide the navigation links. This toggle means it contains add and remove class at once. So toggle means the combination of add and remove. Just give some transition or 0.3 second and easing out. Click on it. Now it is shown in time in a nice way. click again. For the tablet and for the desktop, the navigation links are not shown because I give the height 0 over here, so I should give height auto inside this media queries, height auto, and expand the screen. Now it works. Okay, I want to indicate active links, so just create new link over here and active link, name it active link, and I give the color heading color, and I copy this class name and paste over here, and I give for the home, and now it's by default it is active. Now the header is fully responsive and it will fit for tablet, for mobile, and for desktop version. Okay, now we are going to create the hairline, sub hairline, and this pause button, and we're gonna import this picture. Okay, now HTML file, under the header element we are going to create new container. This container we name it hero contents. Inside hero contents we're gonna create two elements. The first element is hero description. This hero description element contains this hairline, sub hairline, and the buttons. And under hero description we are going to create hero pic. Under this hero pic we import this image, and just give the image path image hero pic. Now I imported this image, and inside the hero description I want to first type the hairline by using the h1, give the class name hero disk hairline, and paste the hairline from here, copy and paste it, and again create the paragraph that hero disk sub headline, or just say sub headline, and change this one to hairline. And copy this paragraph and paste inside this paragraph element. Okay, the only thing left is these buttons, and just create the button container. Inside this button container we are going to use the same button we used for the header of here. Just copy and paste inside the button container twice, and we're going to give further element for further class name for this button, because this button is the background is full of the white color, so we're gonna name it button fill. Okay, we're done here, and we're going to give some style for this hero contents. Just say hero contents. Now we have the hairline text, sub hairline, and the both buttons end of the picture. Okay, just copy the class name for hero contents, and the width 95%, and the maximum width 1200 pixel, and the minimum height 100 viewport height, and the margin auto. Now it puts the contents at the center, and I want to give some distance from the header, margin from top 4 em. Display grid, justify items, as center. Now to put the picture as center of the parent. Okay, I want to give gap. This gap gives them some gaps between this content and from this picture. So gap 6 em. Now we have 6 em. 6 em means around 96 pixel, and I want to give some padding from the bottom, padding bottom 200 pixel. Now it looks good, and I'm going to give some for this hero description, hero disk. The width will be 19% of the parent. Now it is 19%, and I want to give the hairline some style for the hairline in the sub hairline. Hairline is font size 2.3 rem, margin bottom 0.7 em, and the width 100%, because we are going to change the width of this hairline for the tablet and for the desktop size. Okay, and for the sub hairline, the line height 1.8 em. It gives us some gap between each line. So save it. Now it gives beautiful line space. And the font weight of this sub hairline is 500. It is medium bold, and the margin bottom, or the space from these buttons, is 2 em. Alright, we're going to increase the font size of this text. Is 1.2 rem is around 20 pixel or 22 pixel. Seems good. And the only thing left is just to add some style for this button container. The button container is display flex, and line items as center. Also, we're going to fill this button, the first button, by the background of heading color, and change the text color to black, and the font weight 700. I want to give the hover effect for this button fill button. Hover, and the transform scale. We're going to increase the scale by 0.1. Okay, now this hero content is not responsive, it's only fit for the mobile size. We're going to use the media queries, media, and minimum width 800 pixel. When the screen size is 800 pixel, I only want to reduce the padding of this content, hero content. Hero content, want to remove the padding to 0, and now it removes. Okay, and again I want to give some style for when the screen size is greater than 1000 pixel. The hero page, I want to give this hero page, I specify this hero page on the mobile version. Hero page, the minimum height is 100 viewport, but when the screen size is greater than 1000 pixel, I want to give the height to 100 viewport height, just like this. When the screen size is greater than 1000, the hero page height is reduced to 100 viewport height, just like this. Okay, and again I want to give some style again for the hero contents. We're gonna give the grid template columns 1.5 far and 1 far. Now it looks like this. Now 1.5 far means this hero section description is 1.5 far and this hero picture is 1 far. This means this text is 0.5 greater than this picture, just like this. Width is the tablet size, it becomes only one row or only one column. Okay, again I want to give for this hero description, I want to increase the width to 100% because over here I give 19%. Now it is now 100% width. Okay, now the picture of this hero picture is between the uphill and the light blue picture. So over here it overflowed, so don't worry for this. When we give later the container, it will hide this section. If you want to know how this mobile picture is being between these two pictures, so over here if you take a look, just look over here. By default the z index of any element is 0. So this mobile picture set index is 0. And when you take a look for this center hero image, I gave set index. This means set index is -3. So this center image should be always behind of this hero picture, because this hero picture is 0. Set index of this hero picture is 0. The set index of the center hero image is -3. So always it will be behind this picture. And I'm going to give set index 1 for the uphill, because always I want to put this uphill of the picture on this on the top of this mobile picture. So save it, and now this uphill is on the top of this mobile picture, and the glow light picture is always behind the uphill and also behind the mobile picture. So this hero page is fully responsive, and don't worry for this one, we're gonna handle it later just by using this. Let me show you. Okay, inside index.html, the next section we are going to do is this section, and we're gonna name this section as the review. So we're going to create the review section under the hero page, reviews. Just name it reviews, and let's give some style for this review section. Over here, and the background color of this section will be secondary PG, and the minimum height of this section is 100 viewport height, and the width of this section again 100%. Okay, now when we scroll down, since this mobile picture is overlay of this review section, so what we are going to do is copy this hero pic and over here give the z index -2. Now it is behind this review section and on the top of the glow light picture, and also behind the uphill picture. So we can handle such like way. Okay, first I should change this text over here just in HTML file, and over here there's a second button, change the text to learn more. Save it. Now it's changed. Okay, in this review section over here, if we take a look at the finished project, this review section contains a lot of containers. So we are going to split this section into three major sections to simplify the coding. And I want to give the first section is this rating section, and I'm going to name it this section as status, because it tells us the status of the product among the users. So over here the rating number, the reviews number, and this section also contains this awards $5 million in the app of the day, and these three elements are included in that section, and we're gonna name this section as a status section, and the second section will be this one, and we are going to give the second section, and the final section will be the second section also include this one and also include this element is, and as a third section will be this comment section. So these three major sections are includes inside this review section. So the first section will be this one, and I'm going to create this subsection under this review container. The first section will be, let's name it reviews top section, and as a second section, let's name it reviews center section, and the last one will be reviews bottom section. This section is for this comment section, and the center section will be to contain these four elements including this one, and the review top section will include this review or this rating section, and inside this review top section we're going to create the award. We are going to name it this both elements as award. Okay, just create the main container status, and that is status we are going to create this both elements, and create the award container. Inside this award container I'm going to import these images, and the award left and the award right, and import it from the image folder, award left, and copy and import award right picture, and between these pictures we have a text is over here is app of the day, and over here 5 million downloads. So copy this text and paste between these images, type app of the day, and give the class name award text. Okay, save it, and now we are imported both images, and also we are type this text. I can just copy and paste for this for the left award, for the right award, copy and paste, just change this text to 5 million downloads. Save it. So now again we have the second award section, and over here the 5 million downloads is always this text are break over here. So to break this text is just type 5 million and a plus, and to break the line of the text, just type this element break. Now always these texts are break on the over here 5 million and break the line of the text and say it downloads. But we are going to hide this award element is for the mobile size, so I'm going to hide this award element is for now. Over here type display name. This award elements are only display on the desktop and the tablet size. Now we are going to create this section and we are name this section as the rating. Between the two award elements, between both of these award elements, we create rating element. Inside this rating element also we create a sub elements. We have two major elements inside this rating. The first one is for this picture, that we are going to name this picture as rating profile, and for this stars we are going to name it rating descriptions, just say rating disk. Okay, inside this rating profile we are going to import these 4 images, and that these images are available in my image folder. So imported image folder, and the name of the images are rate image 1, and copy this image, paste, and again paste. We're gonna need 4 images. Over here we have 4 images, but we should change the images, image 3 and the image 4. Now we have 4 different images. Now this half of this picture are now hidden because this uphill picture is overlay over these 4 pictures. So to fix this one, just go to this bottom hero image over here. This bottom hero image means the uphill picture over here, and give the z index -1. Now it will be behind of these pictures, and let's create the 5 stars over here, and under this, inside the rating description, we create a container that contains 5 stars. Those 5 stars, these 5 stars are the stars visible over here, and inside these 5 stars we are going to use the star icon, and just use the star icon from fontawesome.com, search for star and click on this icon, and copy, paste 5 times, and add further class name. Just name it rate, give similar class name for each icons, and under these 5 stars we are going to type the number of rate, and the number of rate is 4.6. And outside of this 5-star container, we create a paragraph element. Inside this paragraph element, we are going to type this text. And now we finished over here. We created this, we import these four pictures, 5 stars, and the text over here. Also the award element over here. So let's get to the style.css. Now we are going to add some style for these ratings. Okay, copy the class name for this review stop section. This review stop section contains entire of this picture, rating, stars, and the award elements. So on top of this reviews selector, and I want to give some space from the hero page, margin from top 1 em. And the status element, the status container, the width will be 19%, maximum width 1100 pixel, and save it. And I want to put it as the center of the container or the body, margin, and auto. Okay, and display grid, by default this display grid is display elements inside this status container vertically. So in mobile version or in mobile size, we're going to need the display grid and display items vertically. Okay, and add the justify content, center, and align items as center, just like this. If you see this one, it display the award element and the rating element vertically, because we give display grid, and by default this display grid display items vertically. If I give this for this one grid template column, one far and again one far, the display items in 3 rows. But in our case for mobile size we don't need this one, and delete it and hide the award element that we are going to need only this section. Okay, and let's add some style for this rating, and this rating element contains this profile element and the rating description element. And I want to give for this rating section rating selector, display flex. Now the display flex is stack items horizontally. By default always display flex is stack items horizontally. And justify content, center in horizontal direction, and align items in center in vertical direction. Okay, again for the rating profile, copy the class name and paste under the rating selector, rating profile. Again, I want to display flex because this picture should be displayed horizontally always. And margin, I want to give some space from this text is, and the margin in right direction 1 EM. Okay, and for this element we are going to give the class, just name it rating pic, and a copy and a paste for each pictures, and a copy the class name and a give some style over here. The width of the image will be 13 pixel. So the image I prepare is perfectly circular, and I don't need a border radius 15%. So I want to give only the width 13 pixel, and I want to give again the overlap. I want to overlap image in left direction at some point. Just margin left negative 10 pixel. And now these images are overlapped in 10 pixel, and I want to give the border 1 pixel solid and the black color, and the border radius 15%. Now it's nice. Okay, I finished for these pictures, and let's give some style for the rating description. Just copy the 5-star, the color of the text inside these 5 stars should be para color, the color I declared in my root selector. Now its para color is gray color, and the margin of this stars, 5 stars from the bottom, margin bottom 0.5 em. It's around 8 pixel. I think it's enough. And let's change the color of the stars. Copy the class name red, and give the color red color, and I also declare the red color in my root selector. And again for the under the rating description for the paragraph, rating description was the paragraph. I want to reduce the font size by 0.1 rem. That's nice. And if you take a look for on the finished project, this number is white and bold. So to make it, under in my HTML, and wrap this number inside the span element, span, and give the class name, just say rating number, copy, and paste over here, the color white, and the font weight will be bold. Now it's white and bold. Okay, we are done for the rating over here, and we are going to give some style for this award section, and I'm going to hide for now the display none, and give some style, the height 100 pixel, and let's give 100% for the image, height 100%. Now it will be inside the container, and again with the award selector, just say justify display flex, and justify content space between. This justify content space between is give equal space between each items over here. Save it. Now it gives equal space between each element, each item, sorry, and align items center, and this put this text and the picture perfectly as center in vertical direction. Save it, and now they are perfectly as center. And again change the color text white, and font size increase 1.4 rem, and the font weight bold, or just so 100 is also bold. Now we finished the style for this section, and let's hide it, this award element, display none, and make it responsive over here at media query, media screen, and I want to show this award element when the screen size will fit 700 pixel or 750. That's good, I think. And now with the screen will be 700, I want to show this award element is award, and change to display flex. Okay, expand the screen. Now weight is 715 pixel. It will show the award element, but way to fit this screen size, I want to change the grid template columns, paste over here, delete it, and a grid template columns, one far, and one far. Now there are 3 elements in a row, but I want to give 1.5 far for this, the middle section, and save it. Now it is 0.5 greater than this both award elements, and they give the gap between each element 1 em. Now 1 em element at each 1 em gap at each element, and expand. Now on the desktop it looks like this. And it's better to make this screen size to 800. Now reduce the screen size. When it will below the 800 pixel, it automatically hides the award element. and on the mobile section they are display none. Okay, we are done for this section, and as this section is fully responsive and it can be fit any screen size. Okay, the second, we are going to create the center of this review section, and the center will be this header and two rows of picture, and as these two rows of picture indicate that the most popular product is for this company, and as they are recommend this product is for their user. And now we are going to create this one, and just to create this one, so simple. Inside this review center section, we are going to create a container that contains the entire of these elements. Just name it. We're going to name it as recommend item container. Inside this container, we are going to create two elements. The first element is the element for this text. Just say h1 and copy this text and paste over here. And the second element will be the recommended items list. This is the container of this picture. This picture are two row of picture, and inside this recommend item list we are going to create these both rows. The first one, just say recommend row, the copy again, paste, and I give further element recommend row 1, and afterwards this one recommend row 2. Inside these elements we are going to import this these pictures. On the first row we have 20 pictures. For the second row also we have for the first row we have 9 picture. The second row we have 9 picture. So we are going to import these items. The first item, image, from image folder, item 1. Okay, I want to put this image inside this div container. Let's say recommend item. Also these items are clickable, so I want to put inside the link, and paste inside this link. Again, copy this item, paste, change the picture name to item 2. If you take a look over here, we imported 2 item, and again paste it, item, change the picture name, item 3, and I'm gonna paste it up to 9. Now I imported 9 items for the first row, save it, and here are the 9 items inside the first row. And also I'm going to import 9 items again for the second one, for the second row. copy is similar to the first one, the copy, and item 10 they are going to duplicate up to item 18. Now I imported up to 18 items for the second row, and here are the old picture. Let's give some style for this recommended section over here. Recommended style, copy this review center section, paste, and I want to give some space for this from this rating section. So margin top 4 em. Now 4 em gap between both elements, and for the recommended item container, the container that entire contains the word elements, and I want to give padding button over here. So padding bottom 2 em. Now 2 em padding from the bottom, and let's give some style for this header. Under the recommend container, select the H1 selector, that means this one, and give some declaration. The width of the text 19%, and the maximum width 500 pixel, and I want to put it at the center, margin auto. Now it's at the center, and the font size of the text to rem, and margin from bottom 3 em. Now 3 em gap between the text, the header, and the picture, and give the text align as a center. Now texts are as a center. If you take a look on the finished project, inside this header there is a unique text color, and we are going to give this unique color. Just wrap this text and inside the span element, and give the class name primary text, and we are going to use this style again and again later, so we are going to mention it as a common style. Common style, and the color will be primary text color. Okay, now over here the unique text color. Okay, again we are going to give some style for this recommendation item. Okay, select the class name for this recommend row, recommend row display item flex. Now those items are stacked horizontally, and again justify content to left, and the margin left 15 pixel, and add some style for this recommend item. The recommend item means each item over here. Recommend item margin 1.5 em, sorry, 0.5 em between each item, and copy this one and target the image element. The image element we are going to give the border radius 10 pixel. Now we have 10 pixel radius over here, and these items are also responsive, and as they are looks like this on the desktop and for the tablet, also for the mobile size. But if you take a look on the finished project, these recommend items are rotated at some degree. So just under this recommend row, transform, rotate, and -4, okay, let's say 6 degree. Now these items are rotated at 6 degree, but 6 degree is too much. I think let's reduce to 4 degree. Now it's also responsive. And the next this recommend item, we are going to create these award-winning products, and on this there is a header and a sub header, and these 4 items. Just go to HTML file, and inside this reviews center section over here, inside review center section, that means over here we're going to create any container. This container we are going to call award winning container, and inside this award winning we are going to create this header. Just type h1 and copy the text, and under this header also there is a paragraph, and copy it, paste. Now we have over here. Under this paragraph we are going to create a container that contains these 4 award-winning items, and under the paragraph create the container, and we are going to name it award-winning items. Inside these items we are going to create each items over here, and each award-winning item, and inside this award-winning item on the top there is a picture, and this picture is clickable, so we are going to put it inside the link element, and inside this element we import the image, and import this image from the image folder, and the image name is award winning image 1. And under this image we are going to create their name or the title of this item, and just to use the h1 and give the class name award winning name, and copy this title and paste over here. Under this title there is also a description. Create the paragraph element and give the class name award winning description, and inside this element copy this text and paste inside this paragraph. And as the last one is there is a text that shows the episode available. So also we're going to use paragraph element for this one, and use the class name episode, and copy the text and paste inside here. And this text color is similar with this text color. So I already have in my style.css this primary text, so I can add over here primary text, save it, and take a look over here. Now I have the picture, the title, the description, and the episode available, and the episode text is changed to the primary text. Okay, I'm going to duplicate these items because I need 4 award-winning items, as you'll look over here. So just copy this element, copy, paste 3 times, and change the title, the description, and the image. For the second one, I'm going to change the image to and the second element will be this, and copy the title and copy the description and copy the episode. And I will going to do similar things for the rest of 2 elements, and copy now I changed the text, the image, save it first, and now I changed the image name, the title, the description, and the episode available for each items. Okay, we are going to add some styles for this award-winning products or items. Just in your HTML style.css, under the recommend item, copy this, the main container, award-winning container, and I give the width 95% and maximum width 1415 pixel, and I want to put a center, just say margin auto. Now it is as center, and I want to give some space from the top, margin top 3 em. Okay, again I want to give some padding from the bottom, padding bottom to em. Now to em gap from the bottom. Okay, let's give some style for the headers. For this header, h1 the font size to rem, text align as center. The maximum width of this header will be 500 pixels, and the margin from the bottom, that means the margin from this paragraph, will be 0.5 em. Okay, again for the paragraph, copy, change it to p, and the text align as center. Only I want to put it as a center, as center. Now, okay, when we expand the screen, this header is not be at the center, just gives the margin auto. And now when we expand the screen size, it will stay as the center of the body. Okay, this targets the award winning items container, the containers that contains those 4 items. Margin from top, that means the gap from this paragraph, margin from top for em. And I want to give display grid, and as I said before, by default display grid is display items vertically. Now in this case, these items are displayed vertically, and this gives the gap between each element, between each these 4 element, gap 3 em. Now between each element we have 3 em gap, and now we are going to target the each award-winning elements. Display flex. Now when I say display flex, items inside this each award-winning items are display horizontally. So because this display flex always is make items or show items horizontally, but in this case I don't want to display items horizontally, so I'm going to change the direction, flex direction column. Now it changes to column direction to vertical direction, and justify content center. Now as the place direction is column, always the justify content is center, or put the item as a center in vertical direction. But for the row, it will put the item in horizontal direction as center. So it will change for the row and the column. And align items center. Now this align items is put items as a center in horizontal direction. But if this column is in row direction, in horizontal direction, this align items is put items as center in vertical direction. So it depends on this direction, on the place direction. Okay, again the text align center, and let's give some style for this, for these pictures. Just say I want to give class name award winning pick, and a copy and a paste for each images, for this one, for this one, and again for the last image. And we are going to target this class name and copy this class, and the width of this picture will be 200 pixel. And again the border radius 10 pixel, and the margin from the bottom, margin bottom 1 em, and I want to give the hover effect for this selector. Hover, transform the image, and in vertical direction translate y. Y is indicate that the vertical direction, and negative 10 pixel. Okay, when I hover over the picture, this picture is changed the position, and I want to give some transition, 0.2 seconds is enough, and ease out. Hover over it. Now it's nice. Okay, let's give some style for this. Award-winning name, copy the class name, and target over here. The line height will be 1.5 em. This line height gives the gap between these lines. And the font size, we're gonna reduce it 1.5 rem, and the margin from bottom 1 em, and 1 em gap between the header and the title and the description. Again, target the description, with the line height 1.5 em, and margin bottom 0.8 em. And the only thing left is to target this episode class, episode font size 0.8 rem. Now it is nice, and still this is not responsive. Just we're going to make it responsive in a simple way. As usual, we are going to use the media query, media screen, and minimum width of the screen is 800 pixel. When the screen size is 800 pixel, we are going to change of copy award-winning items selector, the paste inside here. Now delete it grid template columns, one far, one far. When the screen size is fit 800 pixel, two items are displayed in a row. Just expand it. Now with the fit 800 pixel screen size, two items are displayed in a row. And also I want to increase the font size of this header and this paragraph. Just copy this both selector and paste here, delete previous selectors, and a font size 2.3 rem. And again for this paragraph I want to increase the font size 1.3 rem. Now when the screen size is fit 800, this header and this sub header is increased by font size. And again the only thing left is to make it responsive when the screen size is greater than 1100. And I don't need it, this one. And when the screen size fit 1100 pixel, four items are displayed in a row, just like this. When it hit 1100 pixel, four items are displayed in a row. And when it is 800 pixel, two items are displayed in a row. And for mobile size, only one items are displayed in one row. Okay, this nice. And this website is fully responsive. And now we are going to create the last element. This element is the comment element. So okay, we're going to name it comment container. For this one we are going to create comment container, and inside that container we are going to create this each comments. So go to HTML file, just go to HTML file, and inside this reviews bottom section we are going to create these comments. And first the header, that means this one, and copy the text. This text has unique text color, so we are going to change it to just put it inside span and give the class name primary text. Now the color of the text will change like this. Okay, again next to this header we also create the paragraph for this one, and copy the text and paste inside this one. And under this paragraph we are going to create the container. This container contains each comment over here. So comment container, and inside this comment container we are going to create each comment. Inside this each comment, on the top we have 5 stars, and we are going to copy the previous 5 stars over here we have used over here, and just again we are going to use this element again and paste inside this one. And as you see, the first 3 stars are yellow, that means they are red. And the second two stars are not yellow because they are unread. So we are going to give special or further element, or we are going to change this red class to unread, and that's the second one also unread. And then next to this 5 stars, we are going to create element called subject. Inside this subject, we're gonna put this text, and then next to the subject we have the user message. This message is the message inside here. Paste. And the last one is the location over here, United Kingdom, and the location, create element, gives the class name location. Inside this location we put this text, copy and paste. Now, and we're gonna duplicate this each comment, copy and paste. Now we have 2 comments. The first one is this one, and as a second this one. Okay, but for the second comment, those 5 stars are yellow, so I'm going to change this unread to red, and also again red, and those 5 stars are yellow, and delete this one, we don't going to need it, delete, and again delete for the first comment. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate this each comment, and I'm gonna need 9 comments, so I'm going to duplicate quickly. Now I duplicate 9 comments, and I'm going to change the subject, the message, and the location text for each comment. Now I change it for each comment like this, and now we are going to add some stuff for this comment section over here. Copy the container, just we are going to use the same style preface we have used for the award-winning section. Just copy this one and paste over here, and change, copy this reviews bottom section, and change this selector. Now we have the same style as the preface we have used for this award winning. Okay, save it, and we are going to add some style for this comment container. This comment container is a container that contains entire of these comments, and inside this the width 95%, maximum width 1200 pixel, and margin auto. Now we have some gaps in each side, left to right, and give display grid. So we're gonna display items vertically, and we are going to give spaces between each comment is 2 em. Now we have 2 em space between each comment, and justify items center and align items center. Again, I want to give some space from the top, margin top 3 em, and also padding from the bottom 2 em, just like this. Okay, again for each comment, background color, primary bg, and padding 2 em. Again, the border radius for each comment 10 pixel, width of this element is 100%. Again, copy this each comment selector and target this 5 stars. Margin from top, from bottom 1 em, and again we're going to increase the font size of this icon, font size 1.3 rem, and for the unread icon I want to give the color color, just like this. Okay, target the subject class, subject color white, font size 1.5 rem, and the font weight 700, and the margin from bottom 0.5 em, and target the message, and we are going to use similar text color for the message and for location. So we are going to target both. The color will be para color, just like this, and for the message selector specifically we declare margin 1.5 em from top and the bottom, and 1 em from left and side, and the font size, font style italic, and the font size we're gonna reduce it 0.9 rem. And if you take a look on this, the finished project, the message is inside the quotation. So we are going to create this quotation just by using the before and after selector. Before content, and inside this content we are going to use the quotation sign. And then now before this text we have the quotation sign, and I copy this one and I paste, change the before selector to after, and again we have the quotation sign after the text too. And the only thing left is to add this location, give some declaration for this location. The only thing I want to do is to reduce the font size to 0.8 rem. Now this location is reduced to 0.8 rem. Under this, comments are not responsive, and I want to make it simple. Just under this selector we're going to use media screen. Always we should use media queries to make it a website responsive. And the minimum width is 1000 pixel, and when the screen size fit 1000 pixel, I only want to give the grid template columns for this selector, for the comment container selector, and I copy it and I paste inside this media query, and I delete it and give grid template columns, and display 3 items in a row. Okay, expand the screen. Still it is display 1 item in a row. Weight fit 1000 pixel, 3 elements or 3 items are displayed in a row, just like this. I think I forget to give some space between these elements. Just go to reviews bottom section and target this reviews bottom section specifically, and I give the margin top 3 em, and I expand the screen. Now we have 3 em space between the award-winning section and the comment section. Now this comment container is fully responsive, and again the award-winning, also this recommend section, again this rating, and also the hero page is fully responsive. Next we are going to create the feature container. Inside the feature container we have around about 5 features section, starting from this section up to the last, the 5th section, up to this one section. Up to this is the 5th section of the feature, and each section of the feature of the product is, their backgrounds are different and the layouts are different, but the content of each section is similar, because each content has the description and the picture, but the order of the description and the picture are different in each section. So we are going to create one feature section, and we are going to duplicate it and changing the texts and the picture of each feature section. Okay, index.html, next to the review section, we're gonna create the features container. Features container. Inside the feature container, we're gonna create the element, let's say background primary bg, because this primary bg is for the first element, for the first feature section background, because the first feature section and the second feature section backgrounds are different. So for the first one we are going to give the primary bg, and for the second we're gonna name it secondary bg. And then we have 5 feature section totally that we are going to duplicate it, and now we have 4, and copies the primary bg specifically and paste it. Now inside the primary bg I'm going to create the section. The section is the feature section. Features. And inside these features we are going to create 2 containers. The first one is for the features description, for the container of the text, and the second one is for the container of picture, features pic. Inside the feature description we have the header on the top, so we use the heading element, and the next we have multiple paragraph, so create the paragraph element, and then finally we have the button, and gives the class name btn, and the background of the button is filled with white color, so button fill, and the button name try free. Copy the heading text and paste in heading element. Again copy the paragraph, paste in the first paragraph element, and copy the second paragraph and paste in the second paragraph element. Now we have those the heading, paragraph, and the button. Again inside the feature picture we're gonna import 3 pictures, the image, and from the image folder screen 1, and give the class name pic, and next we're gonna import these small pictures from the same folder, screen 1 small image 1, and for the second picture screen 1 from screen 1 small image 2. Save it. Now we have those 3 images inside the browser. Next, we are going to give some style for this feature section. And then next to the comment styles, features style. And the first, we're gonna change the background of the primary PG and for the secondary PG. And the background of the primary PG will be background color primary PG. And for the second, secondary, copy the class name and paste inside style and change the background color secondary BG. Now we change the background of the primary BG, and then next I'm going to give the style for the feature section for this one. The width of the section 19% and the maximum width 1200 pixel, and the margin auto to put as a center horizontally. Save it. Now 90% width and they are as a center. And I want to give display grid because later for the desktop size, both the feature description and for the feature peak, they are displayed in a row. Both are displayed in a row. So for now, for mobile, we can display it vertically. So by default, display grid is display items vertically. So the gap between the feature description and feature picture will be 4 em, and again align items as center. Now to post the feature description as a peak as the center of the screen, and again justify content, justify items center. And now I want to give some padding from the top and from the bottom too. And to do that, just use the padding top 5 em and the padding bottom 5 em. Now we have 5 em gap from the top and the bottom. Again, for the feature description, copy the feature description class name, and we are going to add some style for the heading and the paragraph. If you take a look at the finished project, the bit time story is different in text color. So simply as the previous, we put it inside the span element and add the class name primary text and paste the bit time stories inside the span. Now the text color is now different. So as the style in H1, we are going to increase the font size 2.2 rem, and again for the paragraph element, margin from top to give some space from the heading, and again from the first paragraph. Margin top 1 em, just like this, and the line height will be 1.5 em. The gap between each line of the text, save it. Now 1.5 em gap between each line of text, and as the font size of the paragraph is 1 rem, and let's give the style for this button. Copy the selector and change the to btn to target the button, and the margin from top to give some space from the top. Just we're going to use margin from top to em. Now we have a nice gap from the top, and we finished for the feature description. We are going to ask for the feature picture, features pic, the position relative, because I want to give position absolute for these both small images. So I should give the feature the position relative for the parent element. And again, the height of this picture 500 or 516 pixel, and the width 310 pixel. Save it. Now it's nice. And again, display items flex. Now images are by default display flex stack items horizontally. So that is what we need. Justify content as a center. All right, and we are going to give the style for this peak. Again, I should give some class name for this small picture. Let's say small peak, and copy it, paste for the second small picture, and again further element small peak 1 to target those small images specifically, and let me say it small peak 2. All right, for now let me hide it, display now, and I'm going to target the big picture for now. The height of the big picture will be 100%. The full is similar to the height of the parent element, and the width will be 217 pixels. And again, I think it's enough for now, and let me target this small peak. As I said, let us give position absolute for both. Now they are overlapped. and again the border radius 15%, the perfect circle, and the border 5 pixel solid, and the border color will be primary text color, just like this. And both pictures are different in size, so we are going to target them specifically. The very small pick one, width 113 pixel, the height again 313 pixel, because always when we give border radius 15%, we should give the same number of width and height, otherwise it doesn't give us the perfect circle. Then for the small pick one, for this one, the gap from top 115 pixel far over here, and to the left negative 16 pixel, just like this. Again, small pick 2, width 100 pixel, height again 100 pixel, and the gap from bottom will be 113 pixel over here, and to the right negative 13 pixel, just like this. Okay, this the big picture is rotated by some angle. Over here in the finished project, that is rotated in some number of degree, and that is in the second section the big picture is opposite in the rotation direction, because we should give to further class name features pick 1 for this one, and now we are going to give the rotation features pick 1. The inside features pick 1 we targeted the big pick, and for the first section, that means for this one the rotation number is transform rotate by 3 degree over here, just like this. And also the border colors are different for both this for the first data for the second section, so we should give the border color 5 pixel solid, and the border color will be secondary BG color, and does the just like this, and the border radius will be 20 pixel. Now we have a really good layouts, but still these sections are not responsive. To make it at the bottom, we're going to use the media queries, media screen, and minimum width 1000 pixel, and we are going to give the features for the grid template columns for the feature selector. For here, grid template columns, one far, one far. When the screen size of the browser is greater than 1000 pixels, both the feature description and the feature picture will be displayed in one row. Let me extend it now. When they fit with 1000 pixel screen size, both features description and the feature picture will be displayed in a row. And again, I want to reduce the paragraph font size, feature description, and the P. I want to increase it. Font size 1.1 rem. Now that is reduced to 1 rem. And the way the screen is greater than 1000 pixels to become 1.1 rem. Okay, for the rest of feature section, we are going to duplicate the current section, and we're going to change the picture and the texts, and again we are going to change the order of the feature description and the feature picture. Okay, now copy the feature section and paste inside the secondary PG. Now I paste it, and I have the second section. Now I'm going to change the picture, screen 2, and again screen 2. Now I change it, the picture, and again the features pick one. I'm going to change it to for the second section. Now it doesn't have the style. I'm going to give it some style later. And again for this one, I'm gonna give the further class feature disk 2. Let me give the some style versus features pick 2 over here. Just copy it and paste feature 2, and under the feature pick 2, the peak, we're going to target the big peak. Now when I do this, when I change it, they will have the same style with the previous big picture, but they are different. If we take a look at the finished project, the rotation degree of the first picture and the second picture are not similar. So we are going to change the rotation degree by, we're going to just make it -3 degree, just like this. And again the border color will be primary VG, just like this. And again we have the second similar section, this one, and I'm going to duplicate the first section. Copy and paste inside the primary pg, and I'm going to change the screen to screen 3, so search screen, and I'm gonna use the features pick 1 because the style of the features pick 1 and the third one is the rotation degree are the same. Again, the feature description order are the same. So I have the same style with the first section, but when I make it responsive, the layouts are the same. But the finished project, the second section will be the second section layout is quite different. The feature pick is at the left side and the feature description is at the right side, and the first and the third one is similar. So to make it over here, the feature description 2, that means the second one for this one, I'm going to say order 0, and inside when the screen size is above 1000 pixels, the order became 1. And let me check it. Just like this. But I wanted to make it the text is at the right side. So just keep text align int. Save it. Now they are at the end. They align in the right direction. And when I shrink the screen, it becomes similar with the rest of two sections. Again, for the rest of feature, let's take a look on the finished project. The fourth and the fifth section are they are different because the pictures we have used 3 pictures in feature pick, but over here we're gonna use 2 picture only, and those both picture have different rotation angle or rotation degree, and you are going to duplicate the previous section, and then we're going to change the feature pick to another container. Okay, that's inside index.html. We are going to copy the secondary pg, the section features, and a copy and a paste inside the secondary pg. Save it. And this one is the secondary pg, but over here I'm going to use another picture. I'm gonna use only 2 picture, just like this, and I should change the section of the feature peak. Just delete it and create overlap peak container. And inside this container, I'm going to import both images. And this the first image is this feature is a tracking image. So tracking picture 2, because the 2 is indicate that the second, this one. And again copy it, paste, and change the image name and save it. Now we have imported both images, and I'm going to give some style for this one. Style to CSS, copy it. Okay, first give the class name. Let us say overlap peak, and give unique name for this one, track image 2, and copy the class name and paste for the second one, and change the track image 1. Okay, copy the overlap peak container and paste over here, and use position relative, because this overlap peak container is the container of both picture. So I'm going to give position absolute for both images. So I should give position relative for the parent element. So the width, so this container will be 100%, and or maximum width will be 400 pixel. I think it's better to give only the 400 pixel width for this container, and the height will be 515 pixel, and the display flex. Now images are stacked horizontally, and justify content center. Copy the common class name for images, overlap peak, position absolute. Now both images are overlapping. Okay, again the height of those images will be 100% of the parent, and the border color, border width, and the border type, the border color will be primary BG. Again we're gonna add border radius 20 pixel, just like this, and we are give some rotation, some degree of rotation for both images. Let us give the first for the track image 1, transform, rotate at 10 degree, and to the left 13% far from the left, and I want to attach it at the bottom 0. Copy and I'm gonna give some style for the track image too. The degree of rotation for the track image too, just give -5 degree, and theme only 10% far from the left, and the height of the picture will be 19%. It is smaller than the track image one, and 19%. Now it has checked. Now this section is fully responsive. Let us take a look on the finished project, and it's quite similar. I'm going to duplicate it for the last one, for the fifth feature section. The only thing is we are going to change the degree of rotation of this picture. Copy it, the feature section, copy and paste inside this primary BG. And remove the feature disk 2, we don't need it, and change the image name for this one, and for lap peak we are going to use it, and we don't need the track image, and we are going to keep the same common class for both, and we are going to say it is science of sleep, so we are going to say science of course, and the science course, and again give the unique class name for this one, course 2. Copy it, copy and paste over here, just change it to course 1, and change the picture name to the sleep course 2, and for the second one, sleep course 1. Let us check it. Just this one. So we have used the overlap peak, so the overlap peak is position absolute, so both images are overlapped. We are going to give some degree of rotation just next to this track image 2. Copy the class name, science course 1, transform, rotate by -10 degree, just like this, and I want to give the left far 10% only, far from the left. I want to attach it at the bottom 0. Copy, and for science course 2 I'm going to use positive 5 degree and 35% far from the left, just like this. So select the common class name for both images and want to give the border width 5px, border type solid, and as the border color will be secondary bg, just like this. Okay, let us check it. Now it is fully responsive. Now we are going to change the text for each section just by copy and paste from the finished project. The second one, copy and paste. Now I have changed the texts for each features, just like this. And now we are going to create these numbers, simply paste in numbers. Just so simple. And inside the index.html, next to the features container, I'm gonna create just secondary. I'm gonna mention secondary bg because the background of this number is the background color we gave for the secondary bg over here. So instead of typing twice, I'm gonna use the secondary bg class name, and inside this secondary bg I'm gonna create the container, and I'm gonna say the users, and over here this is the user status, so I'm gonna say users, and inside the users container we're gonna type the heading, and by using the heading element h1 and paste in numbers, I'm gonna change the text color for numbers, and I give the class name primary text. Again, next to the heading we have the paragraph, and I copy the text and paste inside HTML. And again, I'm going to create the user uses data, and inside this container I'm gonna create this elements for each numbers. And the first one is the total downloads. So I'm gonna say total downloads, and inside the total downloads I'm gonna use say h1 and the number. Next I have the paragraphs, the total downloads of cd paste, and the copy it, and it changes the class name to minutes, and 25, I'm gonna say 25 minutes. Just the paragraph, copy it and paste inside HTML. Again copy the element and change the class name to total listens, and copy the number, paste over here, copy the paragraph and again paste inside HTML. The last element, copy and paste, change the class name to total tract, and copy the number, paste it, and again copy the paragraph, paste over here. Save it. Now inside the project we have all datas. We had all datas. Now we are going to add some style for this users container. Just users, and copy the users class name, and the width 95%, maximum width 1200 pixel, and the margin auto. Save it. Now it is as a center in vertical direction, and the padding from top 4 em, and again padding from bottom 4 em. Again for the header, just use the selector and the h1, and this sign is indicate that selecting the first h1 inside the user's container. So this means that cd paste in numbers, it doesn't, these numbers are h1 too, but this greater than sign is indicate that only select the h1 element in the top, in the first in that element. So this means the header of the element. So users, you're gonna increase the font size to rem, and the margin from bottom 25 em. Just like this. And again by using the same selector and change the h1 to p element, the paragraph tag, and the font size is 1 rem, and the width 100 percent. And the next, let us give some style for the user data. The margin from top, that means the space from between the numbers and the paragraph. So it will be around 2 em, and the display grid. The gap between each data, it will be 2 em, just like this. And I want to give some style for the h1 inside user data. Margin bottom will be 0.5 em or 3 em. That's enough. And then now this section is not responsive, just as the previous. To make it responsive, again we are going to use the media query, and when the screen size will be 615 pixel, the user data displays gives the grid template columns 1 far 1 far. When the screen size will fit 615 pixel, all these numbers are displayed in a row, 2 row. So when the screen size will be 1000 pixel, we are going to change it 1 far and 1 far. The way the screen size fit 1000 pixel, 4 items are displayed in a row, just like this. Now we are finished. I want to give line height for this, for paragraphs. The line height will be 1.5 em for these paragraphs. Okay, now we are finished for this section again, and next we are going to create this section, the mission of the service. I don't know, it's just it is the newsletter. So we are going to create this section. It's so simple, and we have to note that these 2 awards are not visible in mobile size. And just to create this section, again we are going to use the primary BG, because the background color is declared as primary BG. And inside the primary BG, create the container. We're gonna name it the container as mission, because it is join us in our mission. So we're gonna name it mission, and inside mission we are gonna create 2 major elements: mission description, let's say mission desk, and mission pic for the picture one. Inside the mission desk description we have the heading over here, heading, copy the text, paste it and the slip better is unique in color, so spawn and adds the class name primary text. Next, the paragraph and copy the text, again paste, and for the last paragraph copy and paste. We have button, so it is similar to the previous button, so we're going to use the same color class name button in the button field, and it's the text try for free. Let us check it now. We had all texts in our browser. So next we are gonna import this image, but we have created this one at the very beginning over here, so we are going to use it again, and I just go to the top and copy this section, the status section, copy it, and paste inside this mission peak. But the order is not similar, because we don't need just like this. We're gonna replace, or we're gonna change this place by the picture. So we're gonna cut it out, this rating section, this one, and paste. Just let us remove this status element, again from here remove one of them, and then next to the mission peak we're gonna paste this rating container, and again between both awards, just between the first award and the second award, I'm gonna import the image, and let's create the container mixer image, and inside this element we're gonna import the image from the image folder, and the name of the picture is mixer pg, and now we have it. Let us give some style to this one, and just copy the mission class name, and mention the width 19%, maximum width the same with the previous container 1200 pixel, and the margin auto to put it as center in vertical direction, and the padding from top for EM and the padding from bottom for EM. Yeah, just like this. And let us give some type of machine disk. The margin from bottom, that means a gap from the picture. Margin from bottom for EM, and text align as center, just like this. And the maximum width of this description is 715 pixel, and let me check it. But now it is 715 pixel, but it's not as a center, just margin auto. Now the description is as a center. Again, for the heading h1, font size to REM, and for the paragraphs, change the selector, and margin from top, that means the gap from the heading is 1 EM. Again, the line height of the paragraph will be 1.5 EM. Okay, and for the button, margin from top to EM. It gives us the gap between the paragraph and the button. Just save it. Now we have the gap between paragraph and the button. Okay, the only thing left is adding some style for the mission pick. Copy, and the display grid, and a gap to M. This gap is the gap between the picture and the award. This award is not visible in mobile size. And the justify content, center, and align items for vertical direction, that's center, and the maximum width of the picture will be 900 pixel. And the margin from top 5 EM, and the margin from bottom 5 EM. Just like this. But over here for margin left to right, to give it auto. Now it's fully as a center in vertical direction. All right. and let us give some style for the image, the mixer image, display to legs, and justify content as center. Again, I want to give some border for the image, specifically width 218 pixel, and the border 10 pixel, the border width solid, and the color of the border will be 1 F2937. Save it. Now we have beautiful border, and I want to give some border radius is around 20 pixel, just like this. Okay, but still this section is not fully responsive. To make it responsive, we're gonna use the usual or the typical way, media query, and the minimal width 715 pixel, and we're gonna change the mission peak, because we give display grid, and inside the media query we are going to give the grid template columns, and one far, two far, and one far, just like this. Now the picture is 2 times of this both awards, so when the screen size is below 715 pixel, both awards are gonna hide, and only the picture will be shown. And the only thing left is the footer of the page, and it's so simple. Just we are going to use it over here. We're gonna create secondary bg, and we're gonna split this footer into 3 sections. The first, this one is the footer, the top footer, and these lists are the middle or the links container. We're gonna say links container, and for this copyright we're gonna say footer bottom. So let's create the first one, footer top. Inside the footer top we have the footer about. Let's say this one is footer about, this fourth are footer linkers, and the last footer bottom. So footer about, inside the footer about we have the logo, and we are going to use it, the logo we have used inside the header. Just copy this one and paste inside the footer about, and then next to the logo element we have the paragraphs. This have paragraph, the copy and paste inside the HTML, and then next to the footer about, but inside the footer top again we are just say create the footer link is container. Inside this footer links container, you're gonna create footer links element, and inside this element we have some elements, and we have the heading first, and we use h1 company, and the next those are links, so we are going to use the hyperlink about, and change the world data, and advertise, and the blog. And again we are going to use this element 4 times, including this the company container, paste 3 times, and change this to help center. Carriers, contact us. Again for this one, legal, privacy policy, and the terms and the conditions. For the last one, I'm gonna say terms and the conditions, and iOS, Android, and the web. Next to the footer top, next to this element, gonna create the footer bottom, and inside this footer bottom we have only one paragraph. Just copy it and paste. To create this copyright icon, now we don't have it over here. Just to create it, use these entities, copy, save it. Now we have that the copyright icon. Now we have finished. Let us add some style for the footer quickly. Let me change this one, this element to footer, and again for this one, footer. And instead of adding further element, it is better to change this one. Footer, and the first adding padding in all direction to M. Save it. Sorry, the dot, you don't need dot. Footer, no direction, and the padding bottom again 0. And I give some style for the footer about, margin bottom to EM, and again inside the footer about, target the paragraph the line height will be 1.5 em, and the margin from top 1 em, and again target the h1. Just we don't need it, this looks better. So let us give some style for footer links. Footer links container. Display grid, because later we are display those links for items in a row. So just for the mobile size, we are going to use grid template columns, one for and one for. Again, the gap between each element to em, and the margin from top 3 em, and again for the footer links, display items flags. But I want to change now, these items are stacked and horizontally, but I want to change it the direction because I want to stack items vertically. Flex direction column, and the margin from bottom will be 2 em, the gap between each footer links, and for the heading h1, want to reduce the font size by 1 rem, and text transform to uppercase each letter. And again for the link, the hyperlinks, the color will be para color. This para color is already defined in the root element or the root selector. And to give some gap between each linkers, we're gonna add margin top 1 em. Now the only thing left is to add some style for the footer bottom. The text align is at center, and margin top 2 em, and the border in top direction on the top 1 px solid, and the color will be para color, just like this. And I want to give some padding 1.5 em from top to bottom, and 1 em left to right, just like this. And it's better to reduce the font size to 1 rem, and scroll, and still this footer is not responsive. So we're gonna use the media query. Over here at media screen, and the minimum width is 1100 pixel. Copy this selector and paste inside the media query, and change the grid display columns to one far, one far, one far, and again one far. Where the screen size fit 1100 pixel, 4 items are displayed in a row, just like this. And again, the footer top, display flags, justify content as center, and align items as center. Now when the when the screen size is fit 1100 pixel, the about of the footer, the footer is display horizontally with those links. And again, for the footer, about margin from right to AM. So that means when to hit 1100 pixel, you're gonna have 2 AM gap from the right direction. And I want to reduce the footer padding, and the padding will be 2 AM from top to right, from top to bottom, and 4 AM from left to right, just like this. And this is all about. Now we have all elements, all texts in our web page, starting from the hero page, and then next the awards, the rating, and the recommendation, the award-winning products, and the comment section, and the feature section. We have 5 feature section over here with different text and the picture, and over here the number, user data, this product, and the mission, and finally the footer. This is fully responsive, and we have just finished to creating new elements, importing images. Now we are going to do the animation.